Hi, Jeremy.
Hi.
My name's Hannah. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm so happy to have you in today to be doing a hand assessment exam. And basically, what that's going to mean is taking a look at both the surface of your hands, testing out the muscles, the bones, paying special attention to your nails, checking for any lesions or issues with your skin that could lead to skin cancer. I'm just doing an overall health check of your hands, okay?
Perfect. Sounds good.
Okay, excellent. So the first thing I want you to do is just place your hands palm down in front of me on the table. I'm just going to inspect them visually. Could you flip them over for me, please? Okay, go ahead and flip them back the other way. Okay, now I'm going to take a closer feel. I'm just going to put some gloves on to maintain sanitation. Alright, so I'm just going to start looking at your hand, palpating it for any pain. Let me know if anything hurts. Just checking all the joints, the muscle tone, as well as checking the skin for any discoloration or moles, freckles. See one little mark here, one little blemish. I'm just going to take a closer look at that. Okay. Looks alright. It's nice and round and very evenly colored throughout. Go ahead and flip this hand over for me. Any pain when I press on your knuckles like that?
No.
I'm feeling just a tad of swelling in some of these joints. Nothing indicative of arthritis, something like that, but could be overuse or some strain, some inflation in the joints there. So just checking the capillary refill on all your fingernails. And those are all less than 3 seconds. Check out this side. Are you right-handed or left-handed?
Right-handed.
Okay. I'm definitely feeling a slight bit more muscle tone on this side, but that would make sense if you were right-handed, because you most likely are opening jars or using silverware with this hand more likely, so that would give it more tone. Same thing, just checking the capillary refill. Good, the color's returning back to normal. I do just see one tiny little blemish on this side I want to look closer at. There's actually a couple right in a group here. Looks okay for now. I just want to watch that. Make sure they're not moving drastically over the years. Okay. Now that I can see that your hands don't have any open wounds or any sort of signs of infection, I'm going to go ahead and remove my gloves so I can get a better feel, have more tactile feel of your hands. I'm going to take a closer look at your hands as a whole, just to make sure I didn't miss anything before we start testing muscle strength and flexibility, okay? I'm just looking for any abnormal skin patterns. There's a little bit of dryness here, the inner palm. Let's say if you're feeling like you're having itchiness, or I think it's more of a callus, then you can always just use some moisturizer to soften that up. It doesn't look too severe. I wouldn't prescribe anything. Okay, go ahead and flip that hand over for me. I'm looking at good hair distribution. Doesn't look like there's any ingrown hairs. The hair is evenly distributed and evenly colored. Taking a close look at the nails here. Look well kept, pink. I don't see any signs of discoloration, fungus, striations. Go ahead and take a look at this hand now. Let's start with it flipped over. Yes, exactly. And again, just a little bit of dryness here. There's one little blemish here. This looks like a little blood spot or something. Okay, could you flip over for me, please? Again, hair looks good. A couple little bit more freckles here I didn't catch the first time around, but they're all really small and symmetrical. Is that a bug bite or something?
I'm not sure what that is.
Okay, it doesn't itch or anything?
No.
Alright. And just checking the nails again on the side. Does look like there could be a slight bruise there. Should just grow out, but if for some reason it keeps bothering you or it stays there, just come back in. Let's take a look. Okay, everything looks great. Everything looks good. Now I want to do some muscle strength and flexibility testing with your hands. I want you to lift your hands up like that and push them down. And can you keep your hands straight when you do that? Okay. And then move side to side. Out. Spread the fingers wide. And then in really tight. Can you make a fist? And extend really wide. Okay. I'm going to have you do all that again against a little bit of resistance to check your strength. Go ahead and put your hands up like this and don't let me pull them. Good. Now don't let me push them. Good. Okay, down like that. Again, don't let me pull them. Don't let me push them. Good. I want you to go with your hands up like this. I'm going to try and pull your thumbs down. Don't let me. Okay, and now push me down. Very good. Okay, go ahead and extend your hands to the outside. Don't let me push. And then don't let me push in between. Come back to me. Yeah, good. And then go ahead and extend out all the way. Don't let me put your fingers in. Hold them strong. This side. Okay. And then go ahead and make a fist. And don't let me pry your fingers open. Okay. And then flare it out nice and big and don't let me close them. Good. Okay. So that's very good for that bit of strength. I want to go ahead and test some coordination for your hands. Can you touch every other finger? Like that? Very good. Okay. And now, can you go ahead and flip one palm over, back and forth? Can you go a little faster than that? Very good. Try it with this hand. Start out slow and then speed it up. And a little bit faster. Very good. Okay. And for a little bit more range of motion, can you just cross your thumbs over your palm? Very good. Okay. That was all good. I didn't sense any problems there. Do you have any issues with any strength in your hands? Any weakness when trying to open something like that?
Not too often, no.
Okay. All right, that's good. I didn't notice it was 5 out of 5 strength for everything, so I didn't notice any, but I just wanted to make sure. Next, I'm going to move on to some sensation of the hands. So you can just push this up. Perfect. And then just lay your hands out on this side. I'm going to go ahead and use a really light touch, just a little pad right here. I want you to close your eyes and just say yes when you feel it, okay?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Go ahead and flip your hands over for me when you do the other side.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Good. Okay. Now with your eyes closed, I'm going to touch one hand, the other hand, or both. I just want you to say either right, left, or both, okay?
Mm-hmm. Left. Left. Both. Right.
Okay, can you flip your palms over?
Right. Right. Left. Both. Left.
Very good. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and do some sharp sensation. I'm just going to see how this is a little bit sharp there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to run it down your fingers. Just let me know if it starts feeling not sharp at any point or a little bit numb or anything like that, okay? Does that feel sharp all the way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How about this?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Sharp, sharp, sharp.
Yes.
Those are both okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm going to do the other side again. Should feel sharp all the way. Any loss of sensation?
No.
Okay, go ahead and flip your hands over. I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. Again, just let me know if it starts to feel numb or dull at any point. Oh, that was okay?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. The last thing I'm going to do with the pliers is just going to be on this side, and I'm going to go ahead and poke you with either 1 point or 2 points. You feel the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead, close your eyes, and tell me if it's 1 point or 2 points.
1, 2. 1.
Okay.
1. 1. 2.
Good. And try this side.
1. 1. 2. 2.
Good.
1. 2. 1.
So that all looks great. I'm going to take just one hand at a time. I'm going to hold you at your knuckle here, and I'm going to move your finger either up or down. You see how that feels when you're looking at it?
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and close your eyes and tell me if I'm moving you up or down.
Okay. Down. Up. Up. Down.
Good. Try with one more finger here.
Up. Down. Down. Down.
Good. Do this side. Point your finger. Again, this is up, this is down.
Down. Down. Up. Down.
Good. And just take this finger here.
Down. Up. Up. Down.
Good. Okay. That all looks fine. All sensation seems intact. I didn't see any moles I was concerned about that we'd want to like biopsy. So the last thing I want to do is just apply some treatment for both a little bit of that bruising on the nail, just give that a little bit of a healing boost, and then I'm going to go ahead and apply a light moisturizer, just sort of take care of some of these spots that are a little bit more dry and calloused, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm just going to grab that nail that had that little bit of a bruise right here. Okay. All it does is just speed up the healing process a little bit. The growth will slowly push out the nail. So we'll try and get that moved out of there so that discomfort can leave. Okay. Before I do the moisturizer, I'm actually just going to cleanse your hands because that way it will absorb better and won't get caught up in any of the oils that are already in your hands. Go ahead and flip your hands over for me. Okay. So this just has a little bit of vitamin D in it, a little bit of shea oil in it. It's just going to keep you nice and moisturized. When you're applying this to yourself, you just really want to work it into the skin. And try not to wash your hands for at least 30 minutes afterwards so it can really work its way into the lower levels of the dermis. All right, Jeremy, well, I think your hands are in great shape. I'd like to see you again in just a year for your regular checkup and make sure that there's none of those freckles that I saw have shifted, changed in any way. But otherwise, just come in if you're having any issues, okay?
Sounds good. Thank you.
My name's Hannah. I'm going to be an associate here at the ENT's office. I'm going to be doing your allergy test today, okay?
Perfect.
So before we begin, I just wanted to know a little bit more about what's going on with you. So I heard on the phone you mentioned you were having some issues with your allergies.
Yeah, I've just been having a few symptoms. kind of a stuffy nose and itchy eyes. And then I noticed kind of a rash on my skin the other day.
Okay. And so you were having some itchy eyes. And were they running at all, the eyes?
Yeah, a little.
Oh, okay, a little bit of tearing. And stuffy nose, you said?
Yeah.
And was it both sides that were stuffy?
Yeah.
Okay. And then you said recently you noticed some rash on your arm.
Yeah, a little bit of rash.
And was that red and bumpy, or was it more splotchy?
More splotchy.
Okay, so it wasn't as like raised.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Good to know. All right. And that was the first time that had happened compared to your other symptoms, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to ask you a couple of preliminary questions, and then I'll just do a quick physical check before we start the exam. So have you been using any new products or eating any new food, like shampoo, conditioner, lotions, anything like that?
Not that I can think of, no.
Okay, so that's not changed. What about eating anything new food-wise? Have you noticed any brand new foods introduced to your diet?
No.
No, pretty much the same. Okay. Anything more in the, are you used to having seasonal allergies? Is that normal for you?
Not really.
Not really, okay.
Yeah.
Anything detergent, any new detergent, or something you'd be using on your dishes, anything like that?
Not that I can think of.
No, okay, let's see. Okay. Great. So I'm just going to do a preliminary exam. I'm just going to look into your eyes, your nose, your ears, your throat, and check out your lymph nodes, see what's going on and what base level of allergy reaction you're having currently. That way we can gauge the difference once we start applying the allergens, okay? Okay, I'm just going to sanitize my hands. So I'm going to start with your eyes. Just go ahead and look right past my shoulder. I'm just going to gently lift up your eyelid here. I'm just checking for any redness. You look that way for me. And then this way. Okay, same thing on this side. And the other way. Okay. Your eyes look pretty clear for now. Is there any pain when I press on your sinuses here?
Not too much.
Not too much, maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. What about here? Same thing?
Yeah.
Just a little tenderness? Yeah, I do feel a little bit of swelling. Just in these sinuses down here. Your maxillaries don't look too bad. What about in your tear glands when I press that? Any pain there?
No, that feels okay.
And on your eyelids, okay?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'm going to look quickly up your nose. I'm going to gently put my finger here. Okay, I'm going to close one nostril. Can you breathe in from the other side? And on this side? Okay, yeah, definitely some occlusion in that left nostril, and I do see some redness as well. Okay, I'm going to check your ears. Okay, any pain when I press there?
No.
Okay, yeah, your ears look okay. Not too much redness or flaking inside. Check the other side then. And any pain there?
No.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take a look into your mouth. Can you go ahead and say "ah" for me? Okay, good. You can close. I'm just going to go ahead and feel your lymph nodes in your neck. Just feeling for anything that might be swollen. Can you shrug your shoulders for me? Check inside clavicular. Okay, you can put down. I'm just going to check the ones that is under your arm right now, so just relax. Okay, the other side. Okay. So I do feel a little bit of swelling, especially in the nasal areas, and I see a little bit of redness in the eyes. It didn't seem too much in the ears, and your lymph nodes don't seem swollen at all. So that's good news. It means it's probably not a sinus infection. You're right, it's probably an allergic thing. So I'm going to have you go ahead and put your arms out here. First thing I want to do is just check out. I do see a little bit of redness that's already there, so I'll just make a note of that. That's redness that already exists. So that's going to be on number 2 in spot. So that spot will not use. I'm just going to go ahead and sanitize your arms now. Make sure there's nothing that's on your skin that could irritate you. Great. Just grab some gloves before we start actually applying the allergens. Okay, so what I'm going to be doing is applying separate essences of allergens. So they're going to be things you find every day, mold, something like pollen, etc. like that. And we'll see what might be bothering you. And I'm just going to mark where I place it on your arm with a small dot. This is a non-toxic marker. And then I'm going to go ahead and mark where on the paper that particular allergen was. And then at the end, we'll see if any of them caused any irritation. If you have any discomfort along the way, please let me know. Okay. Just gonna go ahead and skip that spot that's already irritated. Just got a few more left on this side. You're doing okay?
Yeah.
Okay, this is the last row. We actually have two more, so I'm just going to start another row for organization purposes. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and let that side sit And I'm going to go ahead and do the other side with the rest of the allergen testing, okay? Alright, starting on this side. Alright, just a few left. just go ahead and let your arms stay there for a minute, and then we'll go ahead and check to see if any redness has occurred, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let's take a look. So it looks like you've had a slight reaction to looks like 1A. So that is a type of molds, household molds. So it could be if you've recently started living somewhere a little older, or if there's been a lot of rain lately, that's some new molds growing that could be bothering you. Let's look at this one here. That looks like 1T. Okay. One T is a tree pollen. So it could be that there's a new type of tree in your area, or you went somewhere and that bothered you. That could have been what triggered your actual rash on your arms that maybe is not related to what's in your nasal and eye issues. Let's take a look at this side. Looks like you only had one reaction here. That was F. Oh, interesting. So 2F is actually an insect bite. So likely a fly or a black fly or something of that nature. But it looks like you had a more severe reaction than just a regular person might have. So it's possible you did get bit by something that bothered you. But I would say that you're probably experiencing some mold allergies with your nose and your running of your eyes. I would maybe have someone come in to where you're living or where you're working and see if there's any sort of mold that's coming up. And then the arm reaction, if that continues, definitely let us know and we'll investigate further, but it could have just been an insect bite gone wrong. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and remove this for you. The marks may take a couple of days, but they should wash off with soap and water, but I just want to get the allergens off you so you don't continue to have reactions, okay? Alright, well, like I said, keep us posted. If you're still getting rashes and it's not seemingly from any bites or it's more often than not, let us know. And we can investigate further. But otherwise, I do think you're experiencing some mold allergies, okay?
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you. Can you just confirm your name and date of birth for me, please?
Jeremy 1-1.
Okay, great. Thank you. Okay, so you're here for an athletics assessment, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
And I see you noted in your paperwork that you were having some trouble getting your heart rate back down after extraneous exercise.
Yeah, a few times that's happened.
Okay, and for how long has this been going on?
Maybe the last couple weeks.
Couple weeks, okay. And when have you noticed this? What type of exercise? More cardio, weightlifting, sports?
Yeah, running.
Running, okay. And how long are you running mile-wise per time?
Maybe like 3 miles.
3 miles, okay. And is that normal for you? How long have you been doing that?
Somewhat normal.
Okay. And so 3 miles for the last couple of weeks. How many times has it happened where you felt like you couldn't really get back to a normal heart rate?
Maybe like 3 or 4 times.
Okay. Out of how many?
Maybe 5.
Okay,
6.
so pretty often.
Yeah.
Okay. Good. Are you having any other health issues at this time that you can think of? Any stomach upset? Any headaches?
Nothing else really, no.
Nothing, it's just that. Okay. Are you noticing it's hard to catch your breath in addition to your heart feeling like it's pounding, or do your lungs feel okay?
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
A little bit, okay. Alright, we definitely want to get that checked out, make sure everything's okay. I'm also going to do a full head-to-toe assessment on you. It's just important that we check out everything that could be causing any issues and make sure you're healthy otherwise, okay?
Perfect.
Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and grab a few things and we'll start the exam.
Sounds good.
Great. So first thing I'm going to do is just sanitize my hands. And I'm going to have you slightly open your mouth and put this under your tongue. You can just hold it there. While you do that, I'm just going to take your pulse. Okay, good. Okay, 97.6, very good. Alright, I was also taking a look at your respirations there as we did that, and I would say that they're very normal, so we'll take a look after we do some physical activity and compare, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to go ahead and get the blood pressure reading.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have an arm preference?
No.
Okay, go ahead and stick this arm out for me. Make that a touch tighter. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay, great. And just gently put your hand down there. Nice and relaxed. What we want to do is just get a baseline reading. That way we can see if you're actually having physiological symptoms in addition to that feeling of heart fluttering. So it's just going to get a little bit tight on your arm. Should feel uncomfortable, but it shouldn't hurt, so let me know. Okay. This is 128/65, so that's very good pressure. So I'm just going to start going head to toe now. I'm going to do a full assessment before we do the activities. That way, if anything else pops out, I'll make sure to pay attention and retest that thing after the activities, okay? All right. I'm just going to take a look at your skull. Just palpate. Is there any pain when I'm touching you here?
No.
Okay, feeling for any lumps, bumps. Just going to do a quick check in a couple of places. Looking for any signs of trauma in case you perhaps hit your head while you're running. If you fell and got a concussion, you may not always remember the incident, but that could affect how you're feeling. Everything looks good. Okay. Right, I'm just looking at the distribution of your eyebrows. They're even, symmetrical. Your eyelashes are full. Can you look down for me? And up. And side to side. Any dizziness with that movement?
No.
Did you lose any vision or have any blurriness while you're doing that?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Go ahead and look at my finger here. I'm going to move it in a couple different directions. Follow it with just your eyes only.
Okay. Any dizziness or double vision with that? No.
Okay. Go Go ahead and look straight at my finger, and now look past me at the wall, and back at my finger, and follow it all the way in. Very good. Okay, I'm just going to take a look in your eyes with the light.
Yeah.
So look straight ahead, just ignore me. I'm just going to check to see if your pupils are reacting. Very good. I'm just going to check for a red reflex, so just again look straight ahead. I'm going to check the other side. Good. And it reflects in the same place. Excellent. Okay. I'm just going to move on now to your sinuses. Any pain when I touch here?
No.
Anybody here?
No.
Okay, good. Look into your ears. Have you been having any trouble hearing?
No.
Okay. Good. I'm just going to make some soft noises next to your ears. Close your eyes for me, and then tell me where you hear it, right or left.
Right. Left. Left. Both.
Great. Okay, that sounds great. So your hearing seems to be totally intact. If you had more hearing loss, any hearing loss symptoms, you can just come in another time, let me know, but everything looks good. And take a look at your nose and you gently put the tip up. And when you run, are you breathing through your nose generally or through your mouth?
Usually through my mouth.
Okay. So do you find that it gets hard to breathe through your nose sometimes?
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay. Have you ever suffered do you run inside or outside?
Both.
Okay. Do you feel like it's worse outside or inside? Or does it seem the same?
Pretty much the same.
Okay. Go ahead and breathe in. And on this side. Okay, definitely a little occlusion on that side, so it could be that when you start running faster or having more aerobic behavior, that you're not actually taking in as much oxygen because one of your nostrils is occluded. But since you breathe through your mouth, that may not be the issue, so we'll just keep an eye on it.
For sure.
Clench your jaw for me. Good. Okay. One more time. Good. All right. I'm going to test some of the sensation in your face. Make sure you're feeling things symmetrically.
Okay.
So I'm going to touch you on, have you say yes when you feel it, and then I'll ask if it's the same on both sides, okay?
Okay.
All right, so.
Yes. Yes.
Was that the same on both sides?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yes.
And the same there?
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Same?
Mm-hmm.
And you feel that on the tip of your nose?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, excellent. So I'm just going to put some gloves on to look into your mouth. Okay. Just open up for me. Can you say ah? Okay. Tongue looks good. Your uvula went up. And do you have any, go ahead and close. Have you had any issues feeling dryness in the back of your throat?
No, not really.
Okay. Didn't look red at all, but sometimes when we're taking in more air, we can irritate our throat as well if you're trying to get breath in. Okay. I'm just going to feel your lymph nodes for any swelling while I'm here. Can you shrug your shoulders for me? Okay, good. I'm going to check the ones under your arms as well. Okay. Didn't feel anything there. So that's good. Definitely seems to be like if you're having some trouble catching your breath. I'm not thinking it's coming from sinuses or from any sort of tonsil swelling or anything like that. Alright, so I'm just going to go ahead and move down to your chest, and that's going to involve me listening to your heart and your lungs, okay?
Okay.
I'm just going to start out with your chest on the front, so go ahead and take a deep breath for me. One more. Can you lift this arm for me? Take a deep breath there. And one more. Okay. Any pain or discomfort on that side?
No.
Okay. Go ahead and take a deep breath. Okay, good. Sounded a little bit less clear than I'd like, but nothing that would suggest that you had pneumonia or any sort of water in your lungs, but definitely could be a little bit congested. So I definitely want to do some further tests as far as breathing goes, but we'll also recheck this after exercise. So now I'm just going to listen to your heart, and you can just go ahead and relax, and you don't need to breathe or anything special. You can breathe normally. That all sounded normal to me. So again, we'll recheck it, but it sounded okay for now. I'm gonna have you swing your legs to the side here. I'll move my things out of the way. And I'm gonna get the back of your lungs. Just go ahead and swing your legs outwards. That's perfect, just like that. So again, just deep breath every time if you feel me touch you. Okay, yep, same thing, just a little bit of cloudiness in the lungs, but nothing I would be super concerned about, but something I definitely want to check again. So I'm going to go ahead and check for lung capacity. So go ahead and breathe out all your air. Take a nice deep breath. And you can let it all out again when you hit it up. Alright. Excellent lung expansion, equal and symmetrical on both sides. I'm going to check for some tenderness here. Does that hurt at all?
No.
That hurt at all?
No.
Okay, that's good. His kidneys are probably fine. Okay, you can go back ahead and swing back around for me, please. Just going to check for your reflexes on the top half of your body before we move down to your lower. Alright, so go ahead, go nice and floppy, just let me take all your weight. Okay. Good. Good. Okay, the same thing on this side, give me all your weight. Go ahead. Just let me take your weight like this. Yep, exactly. Good. Good. Okay. Last thing I want to do is just some range of motion and some strength testing to make sure you're not experiencing weakness anywhere else in your body, okay? We're going to start with your hands. Go ahead and you flip them up like this. And can you go down? Can you go in and out? Okay, and I'm going to do that with some resistance. So hold your hands up like this. Don't let me push you. There we go. Perfect. All right, now I'm going to have you go ahead and put your arms up like this. And can you go them down? Extend. Okay. And I'm going to do the same thing with just some pressure. Resist me. Resist me. Good. And up like that. And down. And can you resist me? Very good. Okay. No pain or issues with that?
Not really.
Are you feeling any aerobic discomfort after that?
No.
Okay, it's probably not, threshold's probably not high enough to get your heart going.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, and I'm just going to have you twist on the table if you can. Good. Any issues with your spine?
No.
Just look that way for me, please. I'm just going to take a look at your spine. Any pain when I touch here?
No.
Okay. All right, looks good. Okay, last thing I want to do is just quickly check the sensation of your upper arms.
Mm-hmm.
So again, just say yes when you feel it and close your eyes.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Good. This side?
Yes. 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 Yes.
Good. Okay. Can you go ahead and do this with your hands, moving your... Good. Like this. Don't let me pull you open. Good. Okay. Go ahead and set that down. So I think that, we don't need to go into any more neurological exams because you seem to be intact. You're not having any memory loss with the fatigue. So let's go ahead and move down to your lower extremities, do some strength and range of motion, and then we're going to go ahead and do the physical test, okay?
Sounds.
If you can just go ahead and uncross your legs for me. I'm just going to start with your reflexes. Good. Relax. Good. On the side, that's nice and loose. Just completely relaxed. Exactly. Good. Nice, relaxed. Okay, good. Not quite as strong of a reflex on that right side, but is that normal for you, or have you always had stronger reflexes?
I'm not really sure.
Okay, we'll keep an eye on it, just in case. Next thing I'm going to do is just the Babinski. So it's a little uncomfortable. I'm going to scrape this thing on the bottom. Just looking for your toes. Okay, good. Okay, they flow in, so that's normal. So while I'm down here, I'm going to do some range of motion. Can you go ahead and lift this leg up towards me and put it back down? Any pain there? Do it a little against resistance. Push me, pull me. Good. And on this side, up and down. Push me away. Pull me towards you. Good. Your thighs, can you lift them up against my hands? Good. Excellent. And can you push them out? And push them in. Good. Last thing I'm going to do with your toes, just scoot back for me. And can you push your foot down and pull it back up? And again, resistance. Pull it back up on this side and back up. Okay, excellent. Okay, you can go ahead and relax, and no discomfort there as well. Okay, last thing I'm going to do is just that same sensation. So just tell me yes when you feel it. And just uncross for me, please.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay.
Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, excellent. All right, so everything seems to be doing okay. I'm a little bit concerned about that cloudiness in your lungs, so I do want to do the physical test, and it's just going to be involving you doing a few push-ups. If you did push-ups, how many would be normal for you?
Maybe like 20.
20? Okay. So I'll have you do 20 push-ups, just something that will get your heart rate going, challenging enough, but not so much that it might actually trigger some sort of issue. And then we'll go ahead and just retest those lungs, okay?
Okay.
Okay, great. Okay, Jeremy, so how are you feeling now? A little out of breath?
Yeah, a little.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and feel your pulse rate while I watch your respirations. Okay, yeah, your pulse is a little bit higher, but that's to be expected. I wouldn't say it's in abnormal range, but your respirations, it does seem like you're having a little bit more trouble breathing. I'm going to go ahead and listen to those lungs again. I know it might be a little difficult right now, but try and take a deep breath every time I touch you. Just get underneath here. The other side. Good. Okay, I'm just going to check a couple spaces in the back. Okay. So I want to go ahead and do one more test because I am still hearing a little bit of occlusion in those lungs, a little bit of wheezing when you breathe in. And it's going to involve you just breathing into a tube as hard as you can. I'm just going to measure the amount of air you're actually expelling out of your lungs, and then may refer you for tests after that if I'm not seeing a result I'm happy with. Okay.
Sounds good.
So I'm just going to clean this off. Okay, so go ahead, take a deep breath in, push all your air out just to clear out your lungs. Okay, I want you to hold this, take a deep breath in, and then blow out as hard as you can, okay? Good, okay. So that's going to log into the computer. I'm going to go ahead and look at the results really quickly, and I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, Jeremy, so the levels are just a little bit lower than I'd prefer to see in someone your age and your fitness level. So I'm going to refer you for a chest x-ray. Make sure you don't have any fluid in the lungs. You could have just a little bit of a minor case of pneumonia or bronchitis, or it could just be severe allergies, but I want to make sure that it's nothing more serious than that. Okay. We're going to be doing an experiment with sensation today, and we're going to be trying to trick your brain into thinking something is happening that's not actually happening by stimulating your sensation prior to that event. Okay, and I'll walk you through it a little bit when we're doing it. So before we begin, can you just confirm your name and date of birth, please?
Jeremy, and January 1st.
Okay. And because this is dealing with sensation, have you been experiencing any numbness, tingling, or sensation loss over the last 6 months?
No, I haven't.
Okay. And do you have any difficulty sensing pain or stimulus such as cold, hot, that kind of thing?
No.
Okay. And we'll go ahead and test these all just to be sure, in order to make sure we have a neutral slate for the exam. We need to make sure that everything is functioning properly. And then my last question, are you on any medications that have to do with neurological sensation or a topical dermatological medication?
No.
Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and take some of your vitals now.
Okay.
So I just want to get your blood pressure. Part of the study is just trying to see if sensation simulation can increase relaxation effects. And so we want to check on the blood pressure now, and we'll check it after to see if it's decreased at all. So just rest your arm. Just relax. Okay, a little bit high, but nothing to be concerned about, and that'll be helpful for us to track at the end. I'm just going to note that. Next, I just want to check for your reflexes. So again, just relax. Good. Relax completely. Can you clench your teeth for me? Good. Okay. And we're going to predominantly be focusing on this arm, so I'm just going to do these tests on this side. If there was any irregularities, we'd check the other side to see if we can do that one, but so far this one seems okay.
Okay.
Alright, so I'm just going to write that down. Alright, so next I want to get into sensation, and I'm going to be testing your arm for full range of sensation because we want to make sure you're at a baseline before we do the exam.
Okay.
So I'm going to start with some hot and cold. So close your eyes for me. I'm going to touch you in different places in your arm. I want you to tell me if it's hot or cold, okay?
Okay. Cold. Hot. Cold. Hot. Cold. Hot. Cold. Hot. Cold.
There was just one irregularity up here, so I just want to double check, okay?
Cold. Cold. Hot. Hot. Cold.
Okay, very good. All right, next thing I'm going to do is test your sharp and dull sensation. So I'm going to either poke you with this, it's sharp, you see the difference?
Mm-hmm.
And then this is soft, okay?
Okay.
All right, so close your eyes and tell me sharp or soft.
Sharp. Soft. Sharp. Soft. Soft. Sharp. 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 Soft.
I'm just going to do a hand on this one.
Sharp. Soft. Sharp. 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 Soft. Soft. Soft.
Last thing for sensation is just going to be a real light touch, and it's going to be maybe a little hard to feel, so it's okay if you don't feel it, but just say yes when you do feel it.
Okay. Yes. 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 Yes.
Okay, good. All right, so all of your direct sensation is intact. The last thing I want to do before we start the trial is just take a visual look at your arm. I want to make sure that all the skin is intact. There's no cuts or scrapes or bruises. I am going to be sort of somewhat not delicate with some of your sensations, so I want to make sure you don't have any previous injuries that I would be aggravating. And you said you've had no falls, no scrapes, bruises, anything like that, okay? Okay, everything looks great, so if you're alright, I'm going to go ahead and start the exam. Alright, so we're going to be testing two different procedures today. One of them is going to be called the drawstring effect, and the other one is going to be called the rock effect, okay? Do you have a preference of which one we begin with? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and start with the rock effect. So just send your hand right here. Is that comfortable for you?
Yeah.
Okay. So what I want to do is I'm going to have you close your eyes. I'm going to lead you through what I'm doing, and at the end I want you to describe to me what your sensation is, okay?
Okay.
So just close your eyes, relax as best you can. Just get used to my touch. Okay. So what I'm going to be doing today is filling your arm full of rocks. I'm going to be cutting it open. I'm going to be putting in different types of rocks and different types of sedimentary layer. And then I'm going to be stitching you back up, and you're going to let me know how that feels. So the first thing I'm going to do is just cut you open, okay? peel apart your skin. I'm going to go ahead and put in some big boulders into your arm. I'm just packing it in as tightly as I possibly can. Okay, now that that's all full, I'm going to go ahead and pick some spaces that are left and put in some tinier stones. Alright, there's no more room for tiny stones, so I'm just going to drop in a few pebbles, fill in the space. Alright, that's pretty full. Last thing I'm going to do is just take some sand and I'm going to pack it all down. Okay, completely full, so I'm stitching it back up now. Alright, so I've completely filled your arm with rocks. I'm going to set it down and I want you to try and raise both arms at the same time and tell me which one, if any, feels a different sensation.
My right arm feels heavier.
Feels heavier?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm just going to take a few notes. Try and lift them again. Does it still feel heavier?
Yeah.
How much heavier would you say? In pounds?
Maybe 5.
5 pounds heavier? Okay. Alright, I want you to let them rest for a moment. I want to see how long the effect takes hold. Alright, go ahead and try and lift them one more time. Does it feel just as heavy as before, or does it feel a little bit more like the other arm?
Feels a little bit more like the other arm.
Okay. And one last time, raise them both up. How does that feel?
About the same.
About the same, okay. So it looks like we had about 30 seconds of effect there. Good. Alright. Now the second experiment is going to focus on your hand instead of your arm. So again, just lay your hand flat like this. I'm going to hold it up. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sewing a string into your hand and then eventually pulling that string up through to make your hand rise up, okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and thread the needle. I've got the needle in my hand. I'm going to go ahead and poke it through. Bring it back in the other side. Okay, I'm almost done sewing this on. Just one more thing. What do you feel?
I feel like the string is pulling on my hand.
Okay. And if I put it back through, do you feel anything different?
Now I feel the string pulling me down.
Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put it back up. I'm going to tie it off for you. I want you to rest your hand. When you felt that sensation, how much force did it feel like you were getting pulled with? Did it feel, let me rephrase that, did it feel like a very tight string? Did it feel like a loose string?
A pretty tight string.
Okay. And was the top tighter or the bottom?
Probably the top.
The top, okay. Do you still feel the sensation?
Yeah.
Is it the same or less so than when I was sewing your hand?
About the same.
Let it rest for just a minute. I'm going to go ahead and just time that with the clock over here. And tell me when you stop feeling the sensation, okay?
It's feeling less now.
Okay. So that was about 45 seconds. So you retained a little bit more sensation on the hand than you did on the arm. Alright. So now that we've completed the 2 experiments, I want to go ahead and retest some of those things that we tested in the beginning, okay?
Okay.
So I want to start with your blood pressure. I want to see if the experiments had any effect on relaxation or calmness. Just go ahead and stick out that arm again for me. Okay, good. Your blood pressure has decreased. I'm also going to retest your reflexes just to make sure that they're still intact. So nice and loose. Okay. Good. Alright. Alright. We're doing the experiment with several people, and then we're going to go ahead and write up a study, and we'll release those results to the public. So we'll definitely send you a copy of that when we do so. But we thank you for your time and helping us to figure out this sensation.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be doing a comprehensive sleep exam on you. It's going to involve me checking out your system, getting to know a little bit about your sleep, and how we can improve on it.
Sounds good.
Amazing. So before we begin, I'm just going to do a quick intake and get a little history of you. So before we begin, what's the reason for you coming in today? Are you just interested in learning more about your sleep? Are you having some issues sleeping?
Yeah, I've just been having a little bit of trouble sleeping at night.
And how many hours a night would you say you're getting right now?
On bad night, maybe 4 to 5.
Okay. And are you having trouble falling asleep or having trouble staying asleep?
I'm staying asleep.
Staying asleep. So generally, falling asleep, is that an easy process for you? Does it take a long time?
It's generally fairly easy, yeah.
Okay. And what type of things do you do to prepare yourself for sleep, or like before a bedtime routine?
I don't really have.
No. You just sort of, if you're watching TV or something, you just sort of wash up and go right to bed.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever read before bed or do anything in bed prior to going to sleep?
I'll occasionally read, and I'll usually look at my phone before I go to bed.
And that's in the actual bed?
That is, yeah.
Okay. Alright, so you fall asleep relatively easy, you say. You don't use any sleep aids like a white noise machine or anything like that?
No.
And do you generally sleep in darkness or in a lighter room?
Dark.
Darkness. Okay, so no, night lights or twinkle lights, anything like
No.
that. Okay. And what about the noise level when you sleep? Is it very noisy outside, or are there a lot of distractions?
It's fairly quiet.
Pretty quiet. Okay. And is that what you're used to? Very quiet. You haven't just moved or anything like that?
No.
What about, so you fell asleep. Do you have vivid dreams, or are you mostly not remembering your dreams?
I'll sometimes have vivid dreams, but most of the time I don't remember my dreams.
Okay. And how many times a week would you say you're remembering your dreams?
Maybe one.
Okay. And then so say you're having trouble, you're waking up at night, correct? So how often would you say you wake up in the middle of the night?
Maybe a couple times a week.
A couple times, so like 2 times a week, or like 3?
Yeah.
And then once you're awake, do you have trouble falling back to sleep after that?
Yeah.
Okay. And how long generally does it take before you can go back to sleep?
It just depends.
Okay. Is it minutes? Is it hours? What's the general vibe?
Hours.
Hours, okay. So you're losing a lot of sleep on those days that you're waking up in the night. Does anything seem to jolt you awake? Are those the nights you remember your dreams, or does it just seem random?
It seems pretty random.
Okay. And what is your, do you normally go to bed around the same time every night?
Yeah. Within the same range, an hour or so.
Okay, yeah, so that's pretty routine, I would say. Okay. And do you normally get up in the morning around the same time?
Yeah.
Alright. When you do get full night's sleep, are you feeling rested?
Yeah.
Okay, good. So it's just those nights where you're not sleeping that you're obviously not feeling rested. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and do some vital checks. Might ask you some more follow-up questions along the way, but I'm just going to look into your eyes and your ears, take your blood pressure, and just get a sense of where your baseline is before we lay you down and start doing the actual assessment, okay?
Sounds good.
If you have any discomfort, let me know. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and just start out by getting your blood pressure. This arm?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, stick that out. This is going to get quite tight. You've had your blood pressure taken before, I assume, right? Okay. Go ahead and relax your arm. Okay. Blood pressure is normal. Do you ever have any heart racing at night when you lay down?
No.
Okay, good. Go ahead and just listen to your chest. First, I'm going to listen to your heart. So go ahead and just breathe normally for me, okay? Can you just lift that arm for me? Thank you. Okay, good. I'm going to listen to your lungs as well. Take a deep breath in for me. I'm just going to do it a couple times on each side. One more. Again. One more time. Okay. Just going to listen to a couple of spots on your back as well. Breathe in. Good. Next side. One more. Very good. Okay. Those sounds were clear. Heart sounded normal. Do you have any trouble with any eye pain, headaches, tenderness around your eyes when you're sleeping, as if, you're clenching or anything like that?
No.
Okay. I'm just going to take a look into your eyes. Maybe look straight ahead for me. It's going to be a bright light. Good. Okay. That looks good. Take a look at the tip of my pen and follow it wherever it goes, just with your eyes. Good. Now follow it out, and as it comes back in. Excellent. Just going to shine this right in the middle of your face, and I'm just looking for reflection. Got matte reflex in the same place there. Without any difficulty breathing at night through your nose, snoring, anything like that?
A little bit of snoring occasionally.
Okay, a little bit snoring. Do you ever feel like you're waking up out of breath?
No.
No. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna put my hand on the tip of your nose here and tilt you back just a little. I'm just gonna look up the nose. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and tip down. Could you open your mouth wide for me? And you say ah? Okay. Soft palate, hard palate looks good. Looks like the throat muscles are working effectively. Sometimes if our throat muscles are a little weaker and we tend to have some snoring, that can be a sign of sleep apnea, where your throat muscles are collapsing at night and therefore blocking off your airway. If you're not waking up gasping breath, then a little snoring is not too concerning. Just keep an eye on it if it gets worse, okay?
For sure.
Okay. All right, so everything looks good in the initial vitals assessment. I'm going to go ahead and have you lay back down, and we're going to start the sleep assessment, okay?
Perfect.
First thing, I'm just going to put a fresh pillowcase on this for you. Go ahead and gently lean back there. I'm just going to move myself over, okay? Okay. Excellent. So, I'm just going to be doing some initial inspection of your neck muscles, feeling the tension. What I'm looking for is anything that's suggesting to me that the reason for your sleep issues are physical, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Let me know if you have any pain here. Just feeling the trapezius muscles, the occipital up here. You can definitely hold a lot of tension there. Okay. Do you have any grinding at night that you know of?
Not that I know
Do
of.
you know of any tenderness here? No, it's okay. Good. Go ahead and turn your head to this side. Thank you. Okay, the other side. Okay, you go back to the middle. Just gonna, and just feeling any tightness. Doesn't seem like. Is this how you normally would sleep?
No, I usually sleep on my side.
Your side? Okay, and do you stay that way the whole night?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm actually going to do? So what we want to do when we're sleeping is keep our spine in alignment.
Mm-hmm.
Since you're a side sleeper, which is good, that's actually how you should sleep, I'm going to go ahead and try a different pillow. So this pillow, go ahead and sit up for me. Okay, and go ahead and lay back down. So this is called the pillow cube, and you can go ahead and turn to your side. You can face either way, whatever's most comfortable for you. Okay. So this is called the pillow cube, and what I really love about this pillow is it's cute, it's square. and that keeps your neck and your back in alignment. We have a 90-degree angle, as you can see right here, from where your shoulder meets your head. And most pillows, you're either going to be too high up or you're going to be down like that. And you're not going to get that 90-degree angle. We can actually check that using our angular thing. Perfect. So that's 90 degrees. Go ahead and also check the spine here. I'm feeling for the vertebrae. And that runs right along that line here. And perfectly level. Good. How does that feel physically to you?
Feels really good.
Really good. Okay, excellent. Yeah, so something like this, like the pillow cube, might be good for you as a side sleeper. It's going to keep you completely aligned, and it's also going to allow your body to relax further. So something people ask me a lot is, how come in the morning I'm so warm and comfortable, and at night I can't get comfortable no matter how much I tried? And it's really about the sleep cycles and where your body is relaxing in that cycle. So there's 4 sleep cycles, and while I give you this information, I'm just going to go ahead and give you a little massage to help you relax into that sleep state so we can do more of the neurological readings, okay?
Sounds good.
So there's 4 sleep cycles. Stages 1 and 2 are light sleep. Stages 3 to 4 is that deep sleep that you're going to get that rejuvenation and regeneration of your cells, your muscles. That's what makes you feel rested at night. And then you have REM sleep, and that's your dream state sleep. So you were saying, you experience REM a couple of times a week where you remember it. We do experience it in cycles every night, but you're not always going to remember it. But to get to that really comfortable, relaxed place where our muscles are not fighting against gravity anymore, it does take time. It makes it a lot easier when you start out in the right position like this, in the right angle. A weighted blanket might also be beneficial to you if you feel like you can't get comfortable, but since you're saying that you mostly are waking up at night, we're going to go ahead and do some brainwave testing. Just get a sense of what's going on there. Okay. How are you feeling?
Good.
So I'm going to go ahead and just have you turn face up for now, just so I can apply the receptors, and then you can go back to that side position. Okay? So these sticky receptors have little electronics embedded in them, so they're going to be reporting back to our computer. We'll take a look at the results after the appointment, okay?
Sounds good.
Just placing them on your temples. Okay.
Yeah.
And she's got 2 more. This one's going to go right on the center of your forehead. What yogis might call your third eye. This last one's going to go right below it between your eyebrows. And that one's basically looking for eye movement, any activity. Okay. That feel okay?
Cool. Yep.
Okay. Go ahead and turn back to a more comfortable position. I'm just going to go turn the lights down, and I'm going to get the computer to start monitoring. And then we'll spend just a few minutes, about 30 minutes, just relaxing, and hopefully you'll drift off into sleep, okay?
Sounds good.
I'm just going to go ahead and play some white noise for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, Jeremy. I'm going to have you slowly start to wiggle your fingers and toes. Wake up very slowly. We got some great data there. I'm going to go turn the lights on slowly, and you can just keep your eyes closed and open them up when you're ready. Okay?
Sounds
Okay. Go ahead and turn onto your back. I'm going to remove the nose. Alright. So the machine recorded brain activity. It's going to go get processed and analyzed, and then we'll give you a call with what the results are, and hopefully we can help you get back to sleep.
perfect. Thank you so much.
You're so welcome. So you're here for an ear check, correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, so today what we're going to be doing is taking a look at the outside of the ear. We're going to be testing your hearing on both sides, and we're also going to be doing a bit of a cleaning of the ear as well. Does that sound okay?
Perfect.
Okay, before we get started, can I just ask you a couple questions about your ear and your hearing?
Yeah.
Excellent. So do you have any difficulty hearing? Do you find that you ever can't hear when you're in a loud space or a quiet space?
No, not really.
Okay. Would you say that you ever hear any ringing or noises in your ears that aren't there?
Only very occasionally.
Okay, so just like the normal tinnitus that we all get.
Yeah.
Okay. How often would you say something like that happens?
Maybe every couple weeks.
Okay, not often. Okay. And how about any pain or tenderness in your ear?
No.
Okay. I'll palpate that as well just to make sure. Do you ever get any odd sensations like dizziness? Do you ever feel like your balance is off at all?
Not really.
The ear is actually where a lot of our calibration of our vertigo or balance comes from. So if you're having dizzy spells, it could actually be stemming from your inner ear as well. Good to know that you're not. So when was the last time you had a hearing exam? Was it, I think I see here, about a year ago?
Yeah.
Okay, and any changes since then?
No.
Okay. I'm just going to ask you some environmental questions. Do you ever wear anything in your ear, like earbuds, anything right inside the ear?
Yeah, sometimes.
Okay, how often would you say you're wearing earbuds in, like, right into the canal there?
2 times a week.
2 times a week. Okay. And typically, what are you listening to? Music?
Music, yeah.
Okay. How loud do you listen to your music?
Fairly loud.
Fairly. Okay. And do you ever have any irritation or itching from that?
Not really, no.
Okay. And do you use cotton swabs at all?
No.
Good. Okay. Alright. Alright, so I'm going to keep this all in mind when I go through your ear. I'm going to start with just a general exam. I'm going to be palpating the outside of the ear, and I'm going to look internally. If anything hurts or bothers you, let me know, okay?
Sounds good.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to clip the hair back so I can get access to the ear. Start on this side. Okay. If you can just turn your head slightly this way. Perfect. Okay. I'm just pulling the ear up and back, taking a look on the inside. Not seeing any redness, a couple of flakes and a little bit of wax right on the inside, but that's perfectly normal. I can tell you don't insert Q-tips because it's not pushed back towards the membrane, which is nice and pearly gray. Excellent. Any pain or tenderness when I press here?
No.
Okay. What about on the trachea here?
No.
Okay. When I pull like that, any pain?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it looks fine. I think we'll just do a little bit of cleansing to take off some of the basic wax that's on there, but it's pretty clean. That's normal. The wax should just fall out of your ears when you chew or eat or sing or anything like that, if you're doing it properly. Check the other side for you. Okay, I'm going to pull up and back. Let me know if anything hurts. Everything looks about the same on that side. Any pain when I touch the
No.
outside of the ear? What about here?
No.
Okay, and any pain pulling?
No.
Okay. Alright, that all looks fine. And I'll just, again, clean that up a little bit when we do the cleaning at the end. Alright. So I'm just going to go ahead and start the hearing test now. I'm going to give you a pair of headphones to put on.
Okay.
Go ahead and put those on comfortably. Make sure they're fitted right over your ears. Try and make sure there's, not anything in the way that would obstruct. If the hair starts bothering you, just push it out of the way, okay? Shouldn't make a big difference.
Perfect.
Does that fit okay?
Yep.
That's real good. Just make sure they're all nice and tight. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and run the program. What's going to happen is I'm going to press a button and you're going to tap which side you hear the sound on, okay?
Okay.
Okay. Alright, so I'm going to begin. Every time I press a button, you'll hear a sound either on your right side or your left side, and just tap on that side.
Okay.
Okay? Good. Good. So that was the first round. You got all of those correct, so that's very good. Those are the tones that most people are going to hear.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go a little bit different pitches.
Okay.
A little bit further outside of the range of the normal hearing. Mm-hmm. Good. Very good. Two more. And this one might be tough. Awesome. Excellent. Very good. Okay. So again, you got all those correct. I'm now going to go into frequencies that are very difficult to hear for certain age groups. So some of them you might not get, and that's okay.
Okay.
Good. Good. Okay. Good. One more. Okay, good. Got all the ones that I'd expect you to. You can go ahead and remove those headphones. Your hearing seems to be intact for your age group.
Thank you.
If anything changes, we can do the test again in 6 months. Otherwise, we'll just do the yearly test next year.
Perfect.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and clean your ears out a little bit. Just take some of that wax and some of that dead skin out. That way you have no problems with hearing and nothing's irritating your eardrum, okay?
Perfect.
I'm just going to clip back your hair here before we get started. Okay. I'm just going to be going in with a Q-tip and taking out any of the excess flakes or a little bit of wax that's on there. They're pretty clean, so it shouldn't take too long.
Sounds good.
Let me know if anything hurts while I'm doing this, okay? Do you ever do any ear candling or anything like that?
No.
Just gonna pull up here. Okay. Okay, looks pretty good. I go ahead and do the other side quickly. Okay, anything uncomfortable in there?
No.
Okay, so I'm just going to take a look in your ears and just make sure that we got everything out, okay? Okay. Okay, looking at the screen, looks good. Just hit the side quickly. Okay. Is that for you? Next thing I'm going to do is just give you a little bit of an ear massage. How does everything feel?
Great, thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for coming in. And keep an eye on everything. If anything changes, let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you in about a year.
Will do.
Okay? Thank you.